Lesson 3 of the bullet lesson. So far we've moved our bullet up and down, our character up and down, sorry, and we fired a bullet across the screen. When the bullet gets off the screen, the state gets set back to 0 and we can fire the bullet again. So that's the bullet firing across the screen. So what we need to do next now is put an enemy into our screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is load in our image. We're just following our usual template. So load image number 5, mushroom JPEG, and in my media folder there should be something called mushroom JPEG already. The next thing I need to do is set up the variables for our enemy. So let's do that next. So I've got my bullet, so let's create a bit of space so that we know where we are and what we're doing. So set up the enemy. So mushroom equals 20, so I'm going to give it number 5. Mushroom variable is number 5. And the x coordinate is 800 across. I probably need to make it, let's make it a bit closer. Let's call it 750. And so with the y position is 0, I'm not going to set a y position. So mushroom x equals 750. Mushroom y is going to stay as we're not going to use it. So our character is just going to load 750 across, and he's going to be right at the top. So he's going to be 750 across, which is roughly there, and he's going to be 0. So he's going to start right at the top of the screen. And then mushroom speed equals 1, because we're going to have to move the speed. So rather than what we normally do, so far when we've been moving something, we've been doing mushroom y pos equals mushroom 1 y pos plus 5. This time we're going to introduce a new concept of a variable, mushroom speed. So exactly the same as I always do, I've created the variables and put it on there. So now that I've loaded the mushroom the image into the game, and I've set the variables, I now need to create the sprite. But all that's done is tell AGKs to create the sprite based on these from the image we've loaded in. And now we need to set the sprite position. So what we need to do is set sprite position mushroom, which I've called up there, mushroom x, mushroom y. I haven't put pos in this time, and that's just, some people are getting confused thinking that was a specific way to code. You can put in mushroom x, mushroom y, you don't have to put position in. So that's basically our variables and our sprites and our sprites positioned on the screen. So now we need to create that, create the enemy and start the enemy moving. And so I'm just going to copy in that. And again, this is a very small piece of code. This is just the start, if you like. So let's paste that in. Just going to copy that in. Copy. Paste there. So move enemy. So this is basically moving the mushroom. So mushroom y equals mushroom y plus mushroom speed. So we've set the mushroom speed, we've set the variable, mushroom speed equals 1. So he's going to move very slowly. Okay, so mushroom speed is 1, so the variable is already called. So mushroom y equals mushroom y plus speed. And if you remember, we did the bullet exactly the same. If I can get 2 of them on the screen. I can't. But bullet x pos equals bullet x pos plus 10. All we've done is mushroom y equals mushroom y equals mushroom y plus mushroom speed. So you can see we're using exactly the same code there to just move the object down. So now I'm saying if mushroom is more than 790, so we got 800 by 600. So really we need to, if he gets to 600, move him back. So if the mushroom y position is more than 600, if he comes off the screen, then position him back to 0, mushroom y equals 0. And then, as always, because we set the sprite position at the start of the game, we've now got to reset it within the game. So move enemy. So if I now go to the go subroutine, the loop, and I type in go sub move enemy, didn't look right, move enemy. So I've done that. If I compile it, as long as I've got the JPEG already copied across, we should see our character move slowly down the screen. Let's see what happens. There, you see it move down the screen. So if I now press the space bar, I did just catch the edge of him, but nothing happened. So that's basically moving the character down the screen. He's going to get there, and he starts again. So he's going to keep dropping down, and we're going to keep firing at him. And that's basically how we get a object to drop down the screen. And we could, and we're just messing about with the y coordinates. If I was to fiddle with the x coordinates, I could get him to move towards our character. But for this particular game, these are going to drop down, and we're going to try to shoot him. So that'll be it for this part of the lesson. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you the quite straightforward act of putting a collision on that. We've done collisions before, so if you want to have a go at creating a collision yourself, and you'll see the answer in the next lesson. Again, thank you very much for watching these tutorials.